Welcome back. Welcome back to Free Right Now. So excited for our guest we have today. Our guest today is the one, is the only, the very hilarious Allison Mick.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to write.
So excited to write. It is a freeing thing. I mean, you're a funny human being. You've been around the block with comedy and with...
Really wish I'd recorded an album before crowds became illegal.
Oh God, right? Well, you know, that's a thing of the past.
That's for the old world. New world, we're all Zoom comedians.
In the new world, we get to see what our parents' basements look like, what sleigh beds look like. I mean, that thing looks sexy, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, thank you. I bought it from a comedian who was getting divorced. She's like, I no longer need my marital bed. And I was like, I'll take it off your hands. It's from West Elm, sure.
See, you got jokes. You already got jokes.
Thank you. You said that, and I was like, what's a sleigh bed? And he pointed behind me. I was like,
I think that's what it's called, right?
All right.
No idea. If anyone wants to yell at me in the comments because I don't have enough money to buy a bed frame, I'm currently on a futon in my parents' basement. Go for it. Yell at me.
If you're going to yell at her, please also Venmo her.
Yeah, because sleigh beds are motherfucking expensive. Here's how this is going to work, Allison. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Audience, you will not see us write for that 10 minutes, so don't freak out. You don't have to fast forward. I'll do it for you. In that time, we're going to free write whatever comes out of our heads and onto this paper via our hands. And then we'll riff on it. And that's going to be so fun. Allison, are you ready?
I am so psyched. I'm ready.
Okay. On your mark, get set, free right now. And time. How do you feel?
My hand hurts.
That's a sign of hard work, you know?
I haven't had to write a page of things since like 2008. That was the last time I took paper notes, I guess.
Oh, okay.
No, 2009. It's been a while.
I can't write unless it's on paper. Like I can't, if I type something, it does not register. I can't make sense of it. I have to have a notebook and write it down. A group of Luddite. Rock, paper, scissors. Winner decides who goes first. Ready?
Okay.
This is the hardest part of this whole thing.
This is wild how hard this is.
Right.
Bam. How about you go first?
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
More than happy to.
You're
This
the
one
experienced free writer. Get free.
I'm free of a lot of things. This one, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if it's because I don't feel well or what, but I imagine internally I'm screaming as I'm writing this.
Perfect.
That's how this is gonna go. Okay. Apparently I need water. I'm so dehydrated. I'm scared to even drink water at this point, worried that I might spontaneously combust from the inside out. Did Jesus get diarrhea in the desert? You think so. 40 days and 40 nights in that hot, hot sand. Oh wait, was that Moses? The Red Seas? Pontius Pilate? Why am I naming biblical side freaks?
I'm glad you corrected yourself because I was going to be like, excuse me, I think that was Moses.
There was only
Moses and his brother Aaron.
I hope that's a joke.
No, his brother's name was Aaron.
He had what?
Moses' brother Aaron is a person. I swear to God.
I believe you. I don't know.
I swear to G/D.
I swear to G-O-D.
Jehovah.
How funny that, I mean, Aaron is such a common name. Moses and Aaron. That's like saying, this is my son Zeke and Phil.
Yeah. This is my brother Aaron. It's like Moses is wearing robes and Aaron's wearing like an Eagles jersey.
Yeah, Aaron has on Vans and like jeans. He's like, oh, I was just hanging with Mary Megs.
All older brothers are named Aaron.
Yeah. We all know Aaron has a huge D and Moses does not. Yo, the Bible is full of freaks. Testament freaks. I've never read it enough to know which freaks get condemned and which freaks survive the freak show. I need water. My dad's soda stream is out of CO2 and Amazon wants to charge $80 a pack for 2 or some shit like that. That's wild. And sad. Bezos, fuck off. Bezos, you could be a hero and bail out the whole fucking economy right now. And what are you doing? You're putting workers' lives at risk for dildos? Fuck off. Or don't. You know what? I hope your insides are as dried up as my gallbladder right now. Billionaires suck. Like, name me an actual giving billionaire. I can't. I said, when there's no world left, what is all of your billionaire money gonna do for you, idiots? Meanwhile, here's where the USPS workers are getting fit from running from rabid dogs and doing planks in their little to none spare time to rise above and get that apocalyptic body ready so they can ride in the streets outside of your mansion, you fucking mansion havers. I can only hope one day to own a shipping container to live in. Even those fucking things cost hundreds of thousands, if not more, dollars. Fine, Bezos, bury me in the ocean. I need water anyways. And that was my rant for today.
You saying that you need water made me think that I need water, and now I'm thinking about it, and now my mouth is so dry. I'm just like, I'm just aware of my dry tongue in my mouth. Growing up.
You know when you're like a teenager and you're like gonna make out for like the first couple times?
Yeah.
And you're like, is it too dry? Is it wet enough? Is it? And you're just like sexiness. It's not even like your parts are tingling. It's like your mouth doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's just, what's it supposed to be like?
Yeah.
Wet, dry, just.
Do you remember your first kiss?
Yeah, it was bad. And then because I didn't know what I was doing. And then he later told all of our mutual friends how bad I was at it.
Oh, come on. He had to be horrible just as much.
Probably, but he had kissed one other person before me, probably. So he was like, And he went to summer camp, so he probably has kissed a lot of people more than me.
Oh, how old, if I may ask?
I was 14.
Okay.
It was the year 2000, and it was at a punk show at the teen center.
Ooh, that's a classy place to have a first kiss. That's like a night on the town first kiss.
My friend and I used to make her mom drop us off a block away so that we could be walking up and not showing up in a Dodge Caravan. Oh
my God, you were so cool even back then.
We listened to the Dixie Chicks the whole way there. And then we're like, turn it off, turn on chord. We got to do that. Like, what was your first kiss?
I think my first tongue kiss was in 6th grade, and it was at the dude's house, and my best girlfriend, like, she was like my sidekick. She like came with me. She like knew it was gonna happen, and so she came with. But I just remember that this guy they had like a big house, but they had like 5 little dogs. Like they were that kind of family.
Oh.
Dogs would just like shit everywhere. So there was like dog turds in the corner of this like nice house. Well, I'm like kissing this way. That's all I remember.
Could you smell the dog turds or?
Yeah, like faintly, like tiny dog turds.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And it's like just clean up. I don't know what. I think they were just like well off, but like busy parents that like should have had a maid and didn't.
Didn't have. They were just bad dog owners because they didn't have the time to be like, I'm the alpha, and the dog's like, you're not home.
The dog's just like, I'm gonna shit in this corner.
Oh God, it's like Versailles.
Oh God, that whole series. You talking about the murderers?
No, I'm talking the Palace of Versailles, when the people with like the courtiers, there weren't a lot of bathrooms, so they would just like sit. They would like lift up their skirts and like piss and shit in like the corners and the stairs and the hallways and stuff.
Really?
Shit was wild back
then.
It's just like they didn't know what germs or soap was.
Well, I always thought it was interesting where like all those big dresses and linens and layers that women wore, like the first layer was basically just like a bunch of perfume, like
Good.
potpourri.
I bet their cooches smelled.
Yeah, people smelled like shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, could you imagine? Like, did anyone say no? I mean, I bet you couldn't say no to a kiss back then, or to a
oh.
stick inside of any of your holes, you know? But
So like you're like a little chambermaid and some like lord from the gentry is like pushing you up against a corner and you're like,
you're
I
like,
think I just stepped in shit. Like
yeah,
ah
excuse me. Or like, your breath isn't mine. I'm not comfortable with this. And they're like, yeah.
I mean, the inside of people's mouths was probably better than the air. Just pouring their shit out in the streets. What is
I think I hope we don't come to that, but we just might. I remember, have you ever done the the underground tour in Seattle?
no.
You've been up there to do that. If ever you get the chance to travel to
Wait, the
Seattle,
tunnels where they would like Shanghai people or like
that's Portland, yeah. But
oh
in Seattle was a city built on top of itself. So it's essentially a real quick version of the history, which I find super interesting, is
yeah.
Seattle's a swamp. And
Mhm.
it's like right on the sound, it's a swamp. And so some lumberjack dude and some guy who wanted to be a business owner or like a mayor, like linked up. And so this mayor guy with money bought all the sawdust from this lumberjack guy and he packed the sawdust in the swamp and then they built a city on top of it and it sank. And then they were like,
Losers.
they're like, well, we'll just build over the top of it. So they just like kept going, like filled in what they could, and then built another city, which is the city of Seattle today. So you can literally like walk under the sidewalk and you're in like another city. And their plumbing system would come in and out with the tides. So they would have you'd have to walk really high up to get to a toilet. And then at like certain points of the day, the tide would come in and it would just shit at the top. So people at any given time, you could just be walking around and your house would just be flooded with feces.
That's fucking filthy.
Yeah, what a fun fact.
Oh, the
Well,
like city on top of a city reminds me of Futurama. Or
I'm
like,
not familiar with I know what Futurama is, but I haven't seen it enough. Sorry.
oh, they built New York on top of old New York.
Oh, what a
I
fun play on
think
words.
it was great. Like that
Old,
show was perfect.
which was once New Amsterdam.
Why they changed it, I can't say.
That is all my time for my free write.
I just texted my husband to bring me some water, and he's going to.
Oh, yeah. What's it like to be quarantined with a partner?
It's thank you. Ooh,
Oh,
yes. Thank you so much.
oh my
I
God.
love you.
Anticipating
I
your
love
name.
you.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me just wipe away the happy tears for you.
Um, being quarantined with a partner is great
Yeah.
because all the stuff that I would just be talking to myself about, I say to him, and he's like, I don't think that makes sense. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go over here.
Okay, well, it came out my mouth, and we're still gonna sleep together tonight. So,
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Water. Is,
who would
what stuff is great.
have thought Bezos?
He didn't invent water. He's just a little bald fuck
I
who
just
ruined Seattle. So
what?
he ruined Seattle. So
Yes, honestly,
full
I just
circle.
I just don't understand why. Thank you for full circling it while I derail it one more time. I don't understand why no people with money are true. I mean, maybe they are behind the scenes, who knows? But it just to me feels like, the
He has
economy.
bunkers.
Oh, totally.
In Switzerland, there's like a place that's like an underground city that's like ready for them.
Ooh,
And they think they're gonna go down there and just like there's like private jet over to Lucerne, I think, and live in these bunkers and then just like outlast the whole thing, not thinking that like the poorest of them is gonna be the new.
right.
So they're
Well,
trying to just like
I believe
what?
I have this theory where I was just like, okay, what are the Carters doing right now? Are they just like getting like, was ape shit a actual insight to their plan of getting all her girls on a spaceship and they starting a new colony, because honestly, they could.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. If Beyonce started a religion, I'd join it immediately.
Immediately.
Oh,
Hard
God.
work ethic. Yes.
When I shine, we all shine. Like, just shine.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Keep to yourself. Yes.
sanctity of marriage. She's all about that stuff.
Had forgiveness, clearly, while still knowing her worth, while still being like, I'm a wild the fuck out, make another billion fucking dollars, and then you're still gonna be my husband. Like,
Yeah.
incredible.
God, I love her so much.
Incredible.
I saw her on the Formation tour and cried my fake eyelashes off. They were like on my cheeks.
Yes.
Oh, I felt like I was reborn.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw her and Jay-Z on the Run tour, and that was
Ooh.
in Seattle. Another full circle. Okay.
Seattle.
Okay, we did it.
Ah, ah, ah.
Are you ready to read yours?
Oh, yeah. I will like preface this by saying that like being in quarantine and not having like new memories to make is making me like turn inward a lot and remember a lot of stuff that I have been like
Oh, welcome to therapy with Allison.
repressing.
I love it. That's perfect. That's what I don't know if you ever seen my stand-up. Majority of it is just talking about old shit.
It's okay because my favorite genre of people are children telling family secrets to strangers.
Ooh, what a
Like
good
a kid in a grocery store telling me about like, oh God, it's the only reason I talk to kids.
That's truly hilarious. Like, I heard mom and dad fucking, and like, what? You know, I love that. Okay, time is on whenever you're ready.
All right. Feel free to interrupt me whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, here we go. Before my dad left, we were upper middle class. When your white dad leaves, you go down 2 socioeconomic levels. What I miss most is the house. It was this big, beautiful house. My 6th birthday was a roller skating party in my basement because the front part of the basement had linoleum flooring and pillars that you could hold on to do loops around.
Totally.
This girl whose dad used to play for the Buffalo Bills before they were good and even longer before they were bad again, gave me a Winter Wonderland Barbie as a gift. And in front of everyone, I said, thanks, but I don't like Barbie. I'm more of a My Little Pony person. I'm still a rude little bitch deep down, but now I don't have the money to back it up. Also, I'm big now, so I'm a rude big bitch.
Okay, that's
Mostly,
a new t-shirt endeavor.
what?
Rude big bitch. It's a new
Rude big bitch.
Kiss me.
You want me to
Yeah.
mostly I missed that house's yard. There was a huge tree at the very back with dark wood and purple leaves and perfectly spaced branches that you could climb up and spy on your neighbor's brother when he had his friends over to swim. I don't remember his name. I just remember that their house had a bomb shelter and his sister bossed me around even though she was 7 and I was 8. She and my sister played princesses and I was their spider butler. I hung out in that tree for the 45 minutes that I ran away eating Pop-Tarts and pop.
So, was it Surge?
No, it was Wegmans brand pop. It was W Pop.
W Pop.
W Pop.
W Pop. When you ran away
Wegmans.
for 45 minutes, did I miss that part? Did you go somewhere? You just like sat in the
I
back?
sat in that tree. Like
Oh.
I climbed up and I was like, oh man, my mom's gonna come running out looking for me and I'm gonna hear her calling my name. And then I just sat there and got super fucking bored and like I ran out of Pop-Tarts and I was like, okay, well.
45 minutes is a long time for a kid to be by themselves though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
probably felt like
It's also enough time to stop being mad about what you ran away about.
Sure.
I don't remember, but
Sure. That we never had a tree house fort, but I moved around a lot as a kid, and my sisters and I would make our own, like we'd find plywood somewhere and just like nail it into a tree and just make like a tree
platform
fort. So you couldn't really even like sit in it. It was just like, look at this.
Look
Just
at
like, I
me.
nailed something.
It's building.
Totally.
Construction of a kind.
Did you have neighborhood kids to like fuck around with?
Yeah. We moved into that neighborhood when I was 4, and then when I was 5, a family moved next door with 5 kids, and the 2 youngest ones were like me and my sister's age, so we were really close friends with them and like have stayed close friends with them.
Oh, that's
They were
cool.
all like Olympic fencers because like Rochester, New York is weirdly like a fencing mecca.
Wow.
So they moved there just so all of their kids could like learn from the best fencing school and like be super competitive. And then once all of them had graduated high school, they moved to like Virginia.
That's crazy. You don't think of it like fencing as being a thing that children want to do.
It was so weird. I would be sitting in my front lawn and then look over to their lawn, and then 5 kids in like all white outfits would be holding their little
Terrifying.
like,
Terrifying.
I was just like, what is that?
With
And it was
swords.
4 boys and a girl, so I had a crush on like the 3 older boys
Oh,
all the time. Like
you were like, they know how to use a rod.
they can fight with swords just like Leonardo.
Oh yeah, what year was that? Leonardo? He wasn't. I was super obsessed with Huck Finn with Elijah
Jonathan
Wood
Taylor Thomas?
and yeah,
Oh,
Jonathan Taylor Thomas
yeah.
and Elijah Wood.
Oh man.
And then I know that Devon Sawa was in the mix somehow too.
Somewhere.
He played one of those freaks.
Those fucking old-timey freak shows.
Those old timey freak show kids.
So like, oh, I'll paint a fence. I'm a loser. Yeah.
I don't have shoes. I'll run fast in the woods.
It seems like it hurts.
I've spent a lot of times in the woods and never have I ever gone bare. There's no way. There's no way I wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'd be
Like
like, no,
upstate New York is just tiny pine cones everywhere. And, like,
totally. Or like the pine needles are just as good as actual needles.
yeah. You hit it at the right angle and just like no.
No.
I think I tried running around in my backyard at that house once and like immediately stepped on like a walnut. So it was like black squishy plus a nut inside. Because they like fall down in those like balls that look like limes.
Yeah.
And then they rot and then they're just like disgusting tar balls.
Oof. My friend, so Wisconsin is full of pine trees, right? So like the same kind of like, not so much walnuts, but I know you're talking about because it's really hard, like super hard on the outside. But she was running around in her backyard. She was like in high school. She was barefooted, stepped on with her bare feet a squirrel. Not
Oh
a live one, like this. The paths crossed at the right time, and she, like it was.
Oh, a live one? It was like running.
It was running by her as she was running too, and she just, I'm like, "Did you kill it?" And she's like, "I didn't want to know," but she's like, "I can't even describe the fucking feeling of it."
Yikes!
I was
Yeah,
like,
because it's like squish and bones
and fur and like a noise probably.
I mean, I can't say that I like don't know what that's like because I step on my dog like once a week, but it's
His neck.
oh god, yeah. I just like press him. I get like curb stomp my dog once a week. I'm like American History X, motherfucker. No, let's go on a drive when you get back. I love that. I've been like doing drives a lot, like a fucking dad that hates his family.
I think that's great. I voluntarily went to go run some errands yesterday, necessary errands, masked up just so I could scream in the fucking car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I needed. I was like, whatever you need, I'll go get it. I don't fucking care.
Just need to not be in the house, need to just like when I go on necessary errands because like the grocery store is so like anxiety provoking and awful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I am gonna treat myself, so I've been getting like McDonald's breakfast and then just like finding a nice place to sit and eat it before I go to the grocery store and like flip out.
And then what happens with those McDonald's treats?
Sometimes they end up in my coat pocket. I was so full of pancakes I couldn't eat the apple pie.
It was just staying warm for your hubby. What a beautiful relationship that is. What a loving give and take.
It's more an ask and give. Communication is very important.
Absolutely it is. We have 1 to 2 minutes left.
Okay.
On this time before this cuts us off, because I'm cheap and I got the free Zoom. Don't stay cheap.
Nice.
If anyone wants to Venmo Allison or I'll put that information up. You're welcome to.
Hell yeah.
We got to get you.
I just want everyone to know that I used to be rich and I miss being rich.
Yes. I mean, that's clearly what you remember. Like, that is what.
I want to be rich enough that I can be rude to people again.
Let's get Allison rich enough so she can make those shirts.
Venmo me. Big, rude, big bitch. Big.
Okay. You can't step on me, fucking squirrel.
I'm too big. Please just put the word big on my hand and have me keep
going. Learn.
Yes.
This has been such a trying time to realize how much I never paid it, or how like I never had like computer classes growing up. Like, I'm that old now, where I'm like, I used to make fun of my older sister for like not knowing how to do Facebook, because I got Facebook like in college, and now I'm like, I don't know how to use TikTok, so
it's hard. I signed up for a webinar on how to use it and then slept through it.
I like the gumption though.
I was like, all right, I'll watch a video about how to watch videos.
Right? It's really hard though to make them. I gotta hand it to all those TikTokers. You know what? You guys are honestly the ones that are gonna be taking over the Bezos.
It's a lot of work to appropriate Black culture and then do it in your suburban kitchen and get rich.
With your white children.
A lot of work.
Teaching a white kid how to twerk is like hours. I could imagine. But you know what? America loves it. We love seeing it. We're never going to not love seeing it. Unfortunately.
We love a kitchen island with skinny girls dancing in front of it.
Oh my God. Yes. We love a granite countertop and a wine glass of champagne.
Yes.
You know?
We love
a marble floor with a Barbie electric car rolling down the side.
Oh man. I've always been a big bitch. I could never fit in the Barbie electric car.
I've always been a broke bitch and never could have one.
I had rich neighbors, but I was also 5'10" when I was 10 years old, so could not.
That's big.
It's a big bitch.
That's a big bitch.
It's a full-size bitch at 10.
Full 10-year-old bitch.
Full size. Large, medium bitch.
Large, medium. I'm full size, bitch.
Full size. Full size. Full size. Full size.
Just going to Starbucks. Bitch, I want the full bitch size. They're like, it's venti. Okay.
Venti.
Okay.
I shop at Dunkin' Donuts. The people's coffee.
Hell yeah.
America runs on it.
I tried to do that whip coffee thing. Have you heard about
that?
You get like instant coffee grounds and like water and something else, and you whip it, and it's supposed to be like foamy coffee. It's not. It's garbage. It's not.
It sounds like it's got coffee grounds in it.
Yeah. Well, the water's hot to like melt the instant.
They don't melt. Oh, instant coffee.
Yeah. Or I read it wrong and not.
Gross. Gross. No, thank you.
So my asshole feels right now. Just puking out my butt. Venmo. I need to buy water. I need to buy CO2 cartridges. Ain't drinking water.
Can't you just get a man to bring you some water? I don't understand.
Why don't you just like find a man to like fetch you some water from the creek?
It's like when you're not looking for a man to find water is when you find a man that brings you water.
Why don't you just like close your eyes and imagine the water in a man?
Be the person bringing you water that you want to see in the world. Mo water, mo problems.
Clearly not.
Water!
Clearly without water comes all the problems. into the toilet. Gross. I've never I hate fucking toilet humor. I know I'm a disgusting person, but I like truly only talk about like puking and bleeding. That's the only, I'm very uncomfortable with any sort of other bodily talk.
I have a joke where I make a fart sound with my mouth for about 30 seconds.
Oh, I can make fart sounds.
I
Realistically.
love to make fart. Yeah?
Can you?
It's hard with this thing here, but I.
Okay, ready? Name a brand. Name a style of fart.
Farts by Yeezy. Wait, what do you mean a brand of fart? Like any brand?
Wet, or like.
Oh! Do a Clorox fart right now. God damn it.
Can you get Beats by Dre fart, please? Okay, I'll just reenact what's happening with my body right now. For the just.
Oh, I love it.
Whenever I date somebody, I know you're married, so you can take this trick if you want, but you've already nabbed a man. But whenever I date somebody, I have, for some reason, don't know why, letting all my secrets out, but for some reason, I love to make fake farting noises in their elbow. And if they hate it, I'm like, okay, we can never. But if they're like, think it's funny, then I'm like more attracted to them.
I do that to him.
Yeah.
I'll kiss his neck and then make a big fart sound, and he laughs. So
see? Okay, good.
Yeah, you gotta kiss fart sounds like it's.
Well, it makes me feel good to know that it works. It works out. That trick works out.
You can still be a 5-year-old up here being like, he said balls, Homer erectus, and if you just find another 5-year-old,
yes,
it's like farts.
Then you make 2 5-year-olds make 1 5-10-year-old.
What's the best thing about 28-year-olds? There's 20 of them. That's a Michael Jackson joke that I grew up with. What's Michael Jackson's favorite thing about fucking 28-year-olds?
There's 20 of them. There's 40 holes.
Oh, you're the best. You're such a delight.
You are. I know. This is truly is going to cut us off, so I have to go. But
yeah.
This is great.
Farts.
Farts, baby.
Perfect.
All right, bye.
Bye. I love you. Thank you so much.
You're the best.